Sometimes when people are negative on the stock market, you might want to consider thinking positively. Let's bring in Michele Schneider, the director of trading at MarketGauge Group. Mish, this market was just ready to rally.
Well, first of all, I have to say that we've talked every week pretty much for a long, long time. And you and I might have been one of the minorities in terms of the camp of the market is not going to fall apart. And so the first thing we have to talk about it is not just because of the tech stocks. They certainly helped and did their job. But we could see that all the absorption of the potential bad news certainly came into play. The question is, though, always, as we know, is not what happened in the past or even what's happening right now. It's what's going to happen in the future. And I have not changed my mind. The tech stocks can continue to run. They're a little rich. But you know that everything will come to a screeching halt if these big sectors that we must watch, which would be the index of the small caps and the retail sector, they have to hang in there. And then whatever the trading range is in the SPY and the Qs and some of these other stocks that have been sort of floundering, they will find their way back to the lower end of those trading ranges if we cannot hold up there in small caps and retail. So that's where my eyes are focused.
You have some winners. Formula One is a stock that's been off to the races.
Yes, making a good move up. It never really sold off. So that's one of the reasons why it was on my list. And GameStop, Angie, we talked about last time. That's about 23% higher from when we first talked about it. So it just goes to show you this is still going to be a market where you're going to find great opportunity. You got to stick to the areas that you think. GameStop, of course, being more on the technological side, Formula One being more on the whole racing side. And I'm still looking at things like basic materials that have been so undervalued. But at the same token, now that we're here, I want to see some digestion before I go too crazy buying or even selling.
What's your next trade?
I saw a real bullish divergence in terms of the momentum versus the actual price of natural gas. And that's been, talk about being beat to a pulp. That has been beat to a pulp. However, we know technicals can often proceed. So I keep my eye there. It has to hold up if we're looking at really at these recent lows we made last week. I would not want to risk any more than that, but it is low risk. But if that momentum is saying something, we could see some buying coming into that area. So UNG, or if you like the natty gas futures, check out the July contract.
Thank you very much, Mish.
Thank you so much, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.